Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Ralph Vlogs here, and today early morning, it's about almost 7 a.m. and we are here. This beautiful Bandra reclamation. People are jogging, beautiful sunrise, and we are definitely going to discuss something really interesting, wherein I will point out there are many people buying the FZ25. You can see this beautiful machine here. There are many people wanting to buy this bike, so they will be definitely contemplating on the good things and the bad things about it. So here we go. So this is my FZ25, and yeah, it's a bright sunny morning. And let me start off with the good things. First of all, the engine, 250cc, air cooled, accompanied by an oil cooler. Now, why this engine is so amazing is that it has very less vibration. It does have some vibes, but they creep up very high up in the RPM, which is understandable. But the refinement levels is really amazing. I really love this bike. At a speed of 60 to say about 80, the bike feels like a battery operated bike. So also the torque in this bike is really amazing. The torque when you need it. So if you see my earlier video, the highway review, you would see how I stress upon the torque of the bike. So that is one second aspect of the engine that I love. The exhaust note. So let me see. It's a nice bassy exhaust note. So that is third thing that I love about this bike. When you're at 6000 RPM, the bass just kicks in and it's like sounding really amazing. That is one thing. Now coming back to the bike itself, the comfort levels is really amazing. So the seat is nicely cushioned. Here there's a nice broad seating here, so for your thigh support. So to rest your ass upon this is really nice. For pillion comfort, this is really nice. You see this hump here, so this avoids the pillion to move in front, slide in front under harsh braking. So this is really nice. Something that surprised me a lot is the tires. So you get 100 by 80 MRFs in front and 140 by 70 MRFs at the rear. For me, the tires did quite a good job in the rains. I've been riding the bike a lot in the rains. I took it in floods, no problems at all. Yeah, if you want to do a bit of cornering, this tires won't help you that much, but for that I have my Ninja. So if you want to really pull out the potential of this bike, just change the tires to either a Michelin Pilot Street Radial. You can keep the 110 and 140 or 150 section at the back, so that will do really well. Or you can use the Massister at the back. So maybe my next tire change will be a Massister in front. I might keep the front same tire. Now the heating on this bike. So I ride this bike to work every day, and you encounter traffic in Mumbai. So the heating on this bike, the heat management is absolutely amazing. The oil coolers here do a very pretty job. No heat on your legs whatsoever. In choco-block traffic, bumper to bumper traffic, no heat whatsoever. Nothing at all. The other aspect that I want to speak is the throttle response. The throttle response, this is an FI bike. It comes with Yamaha's Blue Core technology. The throttle response is really nice. So you have this throttle cable here. It's a dual cable, so there's a push and release. This modulates the throttle very well, and you actually get a good on-off transition when you are riding the bike. So that is one thing that I like. Uh, the other thing that I like was the headlight. Though people say the headlight is actually not great for highway rides. Yes, I've put two auxiliary lamps. If you see, they do its job. The headlight does its job. As you have seen my earlier video, the headlight does its job. But you need little more, which I'll stress in the video later. But for city, it's amazing. This headlight is really nice and it's adequate. Yeah. The other aspect that I want to stress upon is the braking. Now this bike actually surprised me a lot because I'm a sucker for really good brakes, and you get two disc brakes, so one in the front and one in the rear. So the braking is quite adequate. The braking is very progressive, so you don't get that really sharp braking, but you get a very progressive feel, which is very important, which I really like. So basically there have been some situations when I have been in a panic situation and I really jammed the lever, but the braking was really progressive, and you know, it did its job. So that is it. And one other aspect that I want to see is the ground clearance. So in Mumbai floods, when I was riding this bike, the water level was like so much, and the ground clearance really helped me. So the ground clearance is really nice. Though I have put a skid plate here, if you see, this will help me to, you know, protect the catalytic converter from getting scrubbed onto a stupid mountainous speed breakers. And yeah, the ground clearance really helps in terms of bad patches, bad roads, those crazy shitty speed breakers that we have. Other few additions would be the something that I like is the integrated pass switch. The grab handles are really nice, and yeah, the mudguard does its job in the rains. Though people feel that the mud splashes, yeah, it does splash, but not to an extent. I'm used to not having a mudguard at all in the Ninja, so that's really nice. The other thing is the suspension. The suspension is really nice and supple. So on bad roads, this bike is freaking awesome. So I mean, when I ride my Ninja nowadays on Mumbai roads, I feel that every pothole, every bump on the road on my spine, because that has a race breed suspension. This is nice. So this suspension comes directly from the FZ lineup. The monoshock at the rear is again from the FZ lineup. Very well. So 41mm forks in front, or telescopic forks, do his job really well. And what more do I say? The bike is amazing. I've almost done 2,300 kilometers on the bike, and it's been an awesome experience till now. One other aspect that I want to see is the look and feel of the bike. So you have this cowling that is here, so you get a very big feel. So if you see this, it's a nice bulky feel that you get. So this is one other aspect that I like. The last aspect which I'm going to touch upon is the bulkiness and the big bike feel that you get while riding the bike. So that is one good part. So these are the good aspects of the FZ25. So now let's go to the not so good aspects. So now since we have touched upon the good aspects of the bike, I have almost covered the entire bike. I'll go to the shortcomings which the FZ has. In my earlier video I had installed auxiliary lights. Now shortcomings will become only on the highway in terms of the headlight. So I have said in my review is that the headlight is really nice in the city, but on highway you definitely need it. You need some extra lights. So that's why I put these aux lamps. The link, the description is in the earlier videos why I installed auxiliary lamps, so you can check that video out. So that is one part that I have changed. Okay, I put a hazard switch, so this comes really handy. So I wish the FZ came with a hazard switch, because Yamaha has also termed this, you can also tour on this bike, so a hazard switch is really important. So that is something that I would really like. So I have installed a hazard switch. The mirrors, the stock mirrors that come are really shitty as F. The mirrors that I've put is a Pulsar 135 mirror, so I've changed that. They vibrate less as well. So the earlier mirrors used to vibrate fucking at 40 speeds, so this doesn't. It gives a good view. The other aspect that I want to talk about is the speedometer. So the speedometer would definitely, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the speedometer, but definitely I would like the time and the odometer at least to be seen together. So that is something that I like, that I would want. And it does its job. I mean, it shows you time, odometer, trip meter, trip to, real time fuel consumption, and an average fuel consumption. So that is what I like. And yeah, I mean, the shortcomings of this bike, I mean, I wouldn't say much, but I mean, you see, I'm not able to find any faults in the bike rather than these tweaks. People put on visors, I don't need one, so I don't want to slap on a visor. So it's a naked bike, it will have wind blast on your face. So I wouldn't say bad about the mileage. I'm getting last time I got a 38 mileage, so I wouldn't crib much. From a 250cc engine, 38 is amazing. Riding hard, you might get 31, but expect if you ride in the same areas like 70 to 100, you should be getting on 35 to 37. So I rode a bit too sane, I think so, last time. So that's it. And yeah, so what I've touched upon is the bad, not the bad part, something that I dislike. I mean, okay, I mean, improvement would be done. Could have been done some improvement. So the speedometer, the mirrors, definitely those require change. And yeah, that's all. So this is the few parts that I don't like about the FZ, and I wouldn't say any bike is perfect. It's just that if at all any shortcomings come in, you have to find ways to go about it. So like I found a way for the mirror. I mean, you can't do much for the speedometer, but yeah, definitely you have to live with it, but it does its job. That's what I did. But the look and feel is not that great, so that's it. And the rest, everything is fine. Big thumbs up to this bike, and we'll definitely see you in my next vlog. And take care, and this is Ralph signing off with this beautiful sunrise.
A few moments later.
Hey, what's up guys? What's up YouTube? Very good evening. So this is my continuation video from the morning one which I made, the part which you've seen, the good and the bad aspects. I won't say bad, the ones which I dislike, or ones which I would love improvement on the FZ25, on my bike, on every FZ25. So I'll just summarize the weak points of the FZ25. Now I just want to say that no bike is perfect, but what you need to see is what type of bike you want, what bike suits your daily requirement, what bike suits your need and your usage. So according to it, buy the bike of your choice. So now coming back to a summarization of the negative aspects or the things that I would like to improve. Why the hell is the traffic here? I never got traffic here. Okay, coming back. So basically the speedometer, the headlight. Now if you see, I'm switching off the aux. The headlight is adequate. I mean, I see a Dominar in front, so I can't compare my headlight to that. My wrong side. I'm told. So the headlight, the speedometer, yeah, I wish it was a little better. I mean, I'm not talking about quality, the way it looked. I mean, I currently like the speedometer on the FZ version 2.0, so FZ15. So that's a nice speedometer. And I don't need some things like the gear indicator and all that. So yeah, one more thing I'd like to also add to my vlog is the pads. The rear pads went off in just 2,300 kilometers. So this is, I believe it's a Nissan pad. Yes, it is a Nissan pad, but Nissan pads are mostly soft compound, and in rains it's a big fuck up. So this, I faced a problem in my Ninja 300 as well, and especially on the rear brake. My Ninja 300 had Nissan pads in front and rear. Now they no longer do that. Only the rear one has Nissan, but still they wear off in rains very fast. So that's it. But the Nissan pad cost around 990 for the FZ, and that is one thing. So I hope Yamaha takes a feedback and makes the Nissan pad a bit of a hard compound. Right now it's a bit soft, so the wear and tear is really fast. I mean, 2,300 for a pad, kilometers for a pad, is not at all good. So that is one observation. So that is one thing that I need to specify here. And what to say, the mirrors, I've told you, the speedometer, headlight, mirrors. I won't be saying anything about the gear shifting, because that problem is solved. The gear shift is butter smooth now. So I've done about 1,000 kilometers, 1,300 kilometers more after servicing. The gearing is nice and smooth, so that I won't complain. So basically the FZ does not have that much of shortcomings. These are just minuscule ones. I mean, it doesn't have vibrating issues and all that, so that is all sorted. Yeah, so choose your bike accordingly. And yes, if at all you want to go for the FZ25, keep the good positives and the negatives in mind, and see what suits you. So even if the negatives don't bother you, just go ahead and buy this bike. I'm telling you, I'm loving it day by day. So catch you for the next vlog, and ride safe, wear your gear, and love you guys. Keep watching, subscribing, sharing. Peace. Woohoo! I love that torque and that exhaust note.